Hey, what's up guys, it's Scares here, and today I'm going to be making a new commentary, and this is going to be on how to join big teams. It's going to be a huge commentary, and I think a lot of you guys will enjoy it. I've actually done these commentaries before, and it seems like you really do enjoy it. So if you do at all, leave a thumbs up if I helped you out. It really does mean quite a bit. It's going to be a pretty long commentary, so definitely be sure to sit tight and listen, because this can definitely help you join some big clans that you want to get into. And I'm talking about clans like FaZe and Red, like the huge clans, the clans with the best of the best. If you guys want to join them, then you need to get noticed by the leaders, and I'm definitely going to give you a ton of tips, and these are actually some secrets too that could get you into these clans, because you guys know I've been leading big clans for quite a long time now. I'm actually helping out with recruiting people to FaZe right now and doing other stuff with FaZe that I obviously can't tell you guys about, but I basically am, the guy doing most of this stuff with the biggest teams in the community. And if you guys, take these tips from me, you might be able to get your ass into a huge team, and that would be freaking amazing. So obviously, if you guys do enjoy any of these tips, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment down below on any questions you have, by the way, because I'll be sure to answer them, maybe just in the comments, and that will definitely help me, know any other questions that you guys have, so I can do a follow-up video to this. That would be pretty awesome. But it is going to be a pretty long video, like I said before, so definitely be sure to sit tight. So getting on to the first thing here, make sure you guys do recruitment challenges when they come out on teams. Like, this is one of the biggest topics. That's why I have it highlighted up on the top. Doing recruitment challenges is literally the #1 way to get noticed by leaders, and that's because leaders like me, I don't know about the other leaders in the community, but the FaZe leaders and myself, I obviously had to look through the FaZe 5 responses, I had to look through the FaZe 1 responses, I had to look through all the Red recruitment challenge responses, all the Obey recruitment challenge responses. I don't miss one. I really don't. I make sure I don't miss one recruitment challenge. I look through every single one. I make sure I just thoroughly look through every one. Now, sometimes when I'm really tired, I'll look through like the first 3 or 4 clips, but I'll try to look through the entire recruitment challenge. Now, if the person doesn't have a PVR or an Elgato and it's just like really crappy quality, I'll probably just turn it off, because obviously you need to have a good recording device, and sometimes you don't. Like, if you're playing Black Ops 2, you don't need a recording device, but it seems like if you want to play Advanced Warfare or any of these new Call of Duties, you're going to need a recording device to join a team, and that's because they don't have theater mode, which really does suck. It gets me annoyed, but that's just how it is. So I usually make sure you have a recording device, you're not recording with your cell phone or something, and that is definitely a very big thing. Doing recruitment challenges can get you noticed by the biggest clans, even if you're not in a big clan, which is seriously amazing. Like, that's why recruitment challenges are one of my favorite things ever to do. And you guys know Red will be having a recruitment challenge in a couple weeks, right after the 100K team ties. You'll see it come out. So hopefully a lot of you guys will go for that, because I will definitely look through every single response. Now, getting on to the next tip, be creative, guys. Make sure you're creative. Now, this doesn't mean you have to go around with a gun glitch, you have to go around with a knife and try to get kills that way. I'm just saying be creative with your variations when you're trickshotting, which means, like, say you were to do a knack into a can swap or something really cool like that. Or you could be creative when you're sniping. You could do, like I said, the gun glitch before. That's something that's really creative. Or maybe take out like a red gun for 1 kill and then take out the sniper and then switch to another sniper. Stuff like that's really cool. I remember the insta swaps on Black Ops 2 when you're sniping. You shoot 2 guys and then you insta swap to another sniper and then you shoot 2 other guys. That was really cool. So there's so many different things you can do when you're creative, and this could mean something as little as having a creative spot on Black Ops 2, doing something that people usually don't do, because I am so sick and tired of seeing the same exact Black Ops 2 carrier jet shot. I'm sure you guys have seen that at least 100 times. I mean, it's seriously one of the most overused spots on Black Ops 2, and say you were doing something a little bit different. Maybe you're on a different spot, or maybe you were shooting an enemy at a different spot. It's definitely just something creative, and that's something that opens up the leader's eyes. And also, being creative can mean that you play different Call of Duties. So say you play, COD 4 or Call of Duty World at War or something like that. That will definitely open our eyes to, watching your clips, because what the leaders want and what the leaders' perspectives are is whatever the fans think is most enjoyable, we're going to pick up. So say you play a lot of World at War and you're really good at it, and your clips look so sick, they would look like they would be super enjoyable in a team taj, and our fans would really enjoy it, then we're going to pick you up. So you have to think about the leader's perspective. What would the leaders think is enjoyable for the subscribers for Red or the subscribers for FaZe, and then just think of it that way. you'll definitely be sure to, you know, get into a team if you hit enough shots. So play multi-COD, guys. Make sure you play every single Call of Duty. Sticking to one Call of Duty can be okay if you're really, really good at that COD, but definitely sticking to every single Call of Duty is always the best, because then the leaders know that you're good at every COD. Now, sometimes we will pick up just a COD for, you know, Sniper, or just a World at War Trickshotter or something really weird, and that's because, you know, they have a niche at that. They're really good at that certain Call of Duty, and we think it's cool that, like, they'll be able to contribute to our team montages with clips from that Call of Duty. Like, we picked up Paste to Red because he's really, really good at sniping, or at trickshotting on Black Ops 1. And that's definitely something we were looking into, because it seems like a lot of people enjoy Black Ops 1 trickshotting, so we got Paste because he's the best Black Ops 1 trickshotter out there, in my opinion. So it's definitely something that we're looking towards. Make sure you guys play every Call of Duty, or you could play one COD, just make sure you're really, really good at it. So make sure you also upload a good amount. Now, you don't have to upload every day like Jev or like Rain or something, but make sure you upload a good amount. Like, I'm just saying maybe once every 2 weeks, once every 3 weeks, because you always want to keep your channel, you know, having videos on it. If a leader looks at your channel and you haven't uploaded in 8 months, unless your clips are amazing, you're not getting in our team. So it's definitely something that leaders look towards to see if you're uploading. And even if you upload every day, just make sure your videos are entertaining. Make sure your videos are quality, because quality over quantity, guys. You don't want to be uploading videos every day that are trashy videos, because no one's going to watch them. That's one of the reasons why people don't make many views, but sometimes people are just not noticed, and that's one of the reasons why they're not making views. All I'm saying is we've seen trickshotters before, like Random, or did I just say trickshotters? I mean snipers, like Random, who had crazy videos. I loved his videos so much, and he was only making like 10-20 views. Then I shouted him out on my channel, invited him to join Red, and damn, he blew up so quickly. He's already at like 50,000 subscribers. So that's definitely something awesome. So if you upload every day with entertaining content, even if you're not making the views that you deserve, we will look at your channel and we will recruit you. That's like what we did with Random. He had like, I think, 50 subscribers too, and now he's at 50,000, which is freaking ridiculous, man. I'm happy that he's blown up so much. But getting on to the next topic here, make sure you guys have quality episodes. Now, I know this sounds kind of weird, because some leaders like episodes being consistent on their channel, and they want players to come up with episodes every, you know, month or every 2 months. And they want to make sure these players are consistent. But you also want to make sure your episode is quality. You don't want your episode to, you know, be edited by a bad editor, because you guys know that editing is actually one of the most vital parts of our community. Montages would look like shit if there was no editing on them, and a lot of you guys know that. Sometimes it's cool to watch clips without editing, but most of the time, you know, with big montages, you want to make sure the editing is amazing. It's spot on. So definitely be sure to get a good editor for your episode. Like, make sure that editor is someone you trust to make this episode one of your favorite edits ever, and also make sure he's a good editor that will get it done quicker than normal. I mean, I think 1 month is way too long to edit an episode. I think 3 weeks and under is good enough to edit an episode if there's like 10 clips in it. Maybe if you have like a 14 clip episode, he can take a month, but I'm just saying you shouldn't let someone take over 2 months editing your episode. That would just be stupid. But you also want to make sure the edit's good. So it's kind of like that medium in between, that you want to make sure you have a good editor who's kind of quick, maybe not that fast, but he's still good. And also make sure you guys save up quality clips for your episode. You don't want to put any bad clips in there. If you have any leftovers in there, I immediately click off the video. I remember there was this one kid who I was really, really interested in, and I was watching his episode. I thought it was super, super sick all the way through, and there was like 3 clips at the end that were all off the carrier jet, and they were freaking like barrel stuffs, man. I completely clicked off of that. I unsubscribed to him, because I usually subscribe to channels from people who I'm going to recruit. So I unsubscribed him, I blocked him, I was done with him. I was just completely done with him. Like, why would you put 3 carrier jet freaking barrel stuffs in your episode? I thought that was so dumb, and I was done with him. So make sure you guys don't have any leftovers in your episode. I mean, if you take out those leftovers and just spend a little bit more time hitting a better clip, then that's going to be the thing that leaders want. I mean, let's be real here. The fans don't want to see clips from the carrier jet that are like barrel stuff. So they just don't want to see anything that is something they've seen before. They don't want to see anything that's like, you know, shitty too. They don't want to see things that don't have much distance, or they're not very complex and stuff. That's something that a lot of fans don't like seeing. So we want to make sure the clips are very, very high quality. And then make sure you guys get connections within your team. Now, I know there's some people out there that will talk shit to their team members, and they'll think they're the shit in the team, but those are the people that are not going anywhere, guys. Like, if you talk shit, and especially if, you know, you talk a lot of shit to a lot of people, then they're definitely going to make sure you don't get into bigger teams later on. I mean, I remember one of these days, I think this is when I was in SB, I talked so much shit. I talked like a crazy, crazy amount of shit to, I think, one of the members in Obey at the time. And Formula wanted to recruit me to Obey, and one of the things that made him not recruit me for a few months was because one of the members kept telling him, you know, don't pick up Scarce because he talked mad shit to me. Now, obviously, I had a good reason to talk shit to him. I'm not going to get too much into that, but it will definitely stop you from joining big teams. And, you know, no matter how far you get in the community, there's always going to be people there that are trying to drag you down. So if you get them pissed or you know, get angry at them or something, it'll just give them an extra reason to try to get you out of that team. And that's definitely one of the reasons why you should just make connections with your teammates. You should be friends with them, because maybe later on in the future, one of your teammates in your team will get into a big clan. Like maybe they'll get into Obey or Soar, and then they could help you out and maybe get you into that clan. Because most of the time when I recruit people to Red without recruitment challenges, I usually just take a bunch of suggestions from teammates, people in my team, like whether it be other leaders or even players, because a lot of players in Red will suggest me players and I'll pick them up from, you know, what they're telling me. So that's definitely a big deal. So make sure you guys are friends with the people on your team, because you never know if they're going to get into a huge clan. You never know what type of connections they have too. Maybe you could be playing with them and then, you know, one of the leaders of Obey joins their game and you're playing with him. That would be really cool. So it's definitely a very big deal to be friendly to your teammates, be friendly in this community in general, because the more shit you talk, the more of a reason why you're not going to join big clans. And we actually just had something that went down with Red through the editor's chat, where we were going to pick someone up, but we didn't pick him up because he was too cocky, too arrogant, and we just thought he was a complete fucking douche. So we didn't pick him up, even though he was easily good enough. We're not going to pick up someone like that, because that's just someone you don't want on your team. That's just a toxic person on your team who's going to be a complete dick to the rest of the teammates. So that's one of the reasons why you guys will see certain people in teams that when you think they should be in a bigger clan, that's because they're just a dick. They're just a complete dick. Sometimes it's because they're not noticed, though, and that happens every now and then. So, you know, we're definitely going to try to strive to look for more underrated players for Red. But if you guys take these tips into consideration, it'll make it easier for me to notice you, or maybe people in Obey or Soar, FaZe, or any of these big clans. And that's definitely one of the reasons why I wanted to make this video, so you guys would know a ton of tips. These are some like the inside scoops, I guess you could say, into what leaders are thinking when they're recruiting players. And hopefully you did enjoy it. If you did enjoy this video and I helped you out at all, like any of these things helped you out or just motivated you, leave a thumbs up. I know a lot of you guys out there are trying to get into big teams, and it always comes. Like just wait, be patient. I was very patient before I got into my first big clan, I guess you could say. Like, I think I waited 2.5 years until I got to a big clan. So, you know, it takes a long time until you're able to even get anywhere. And I was an editor in a big clan, so I wasn't, you know, a leader yet. It took me a while to get to the leader's position, and it just took me a while to get into any team at all. So if I were you guys out there, I would keep trying. It always ends up happening. I mean, with everyone I've known, even if they're in a really small clan, they always end up getting into a big clan, you know, no matter what. So just make sure you guys just keep going, and that's definitely one of the biggest things in this community. Don't quit too soon, because if you do that, you just lose a bunch of connections and stuff, and it's not really worth it. Unless you're having a lot of trouble in school or something and you need to quit, then that's what you should do. But I definitely think it's, you know, stupid to quit, because you lose a ton of connections. It's very hard to get back into teams and stuff, so I wouldn't do something like that. But that's going to end up my commentary for today, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy, and if you did, check out the other 2 videos on the screen right here. My previous video is pretty freaking awesome. I have amazing clips in there, and the #1 spot is actually one of the best clips in MW2, so you guys should definitely check that out. And you should check out my mystery video too. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you later. Peace.